G'day legends and welcome back to another episode of That Slot Car Bulletin for a Friday. Yes, it is another Friday. It felt like I only did this a Friday ago, which I did, but it's going really, really fast. Does that make sense? As always, we have plenty of news to get through, and I think I may have deciphered the AFX next livery code. Or have I? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it too much. So once we get to some HO stuff, I'll fill you in what I mean, but I think I know what the next three liveries are. And I haven't been told. But let's kick off the news anyways with Sky Electric, and they're asking on their socials, do you know that they make Formula E race sets? Well, I definitely know because I've got one of their Formula E cars in my collection, but if you didn't know, they do. Now, I'm a massive F1 fan, and I'm a really big Formula E fan because some of the drivers who don't make it in F1, some of the rookies who unfortunately don't get a seat, they move over to Formula E, and it's getting better. It is really getting better. So did you know? Let me know in the comments. I think I knew. And Sky Electric has up to 40% off on their website. It's their spring sale, but over here, that'll be an autumn. I think we're out of summer now, autumn sale. Check out their website for full conditions. It's up to 40%. It's a pretty good deal. So if you want some Sky Electric stuff, check it out. And also, we do have our own code as well. So when there's not these specials on that knock my code out the park, please, if you are wanting to buy directly from Sky Electric, the code is linked in the channel description and in this video description and a comment. It does directly help the channel. And Sky Electric are full of questions this week. They're also asking, this might be a bit dangerous, which category do you prefer? The classic tourers or the film and TV? Now, I'm not going to sit on the fence. I'm going to come out and say I prefer the classic tourers. I'm a huge race car fan, so it's a hard one because there is some good film and TV cars that they're pumping out, and I believe there's some good ones coming. Can't say anything. But yeah, I'm with the classic tourers. Let me know in the comments what yours are. But I like how they do this because this is really good market research. If you get the answers, you kind of see which way you direct your cars. But I don't think any of these categories will be going away anytime soon. And I have finished part one of the Sky Electric test track. Next is making it look beautiful. The layout has been chosen. I'm going to try and mix it up a bit. I've got a lot of old Sky Electric buildings and grandstands, so we'll put them around first, and then I'll try and get my hands on some of the new stuff. So we sort of go old to new around the track. Don't know if that's going to work, but if you haven't seen it, check it out. Next up, Carrera showing off the Lancia. This is the 1980s Silverstone. I was lucky enough to see this car at Carrera World. It is beautiful. It's out in the wild. It was at the Carrera race day when we were at Show Us Your Slots. This car looks good. Nice big fat tyres. I probably should have chosen that for the race because of the big fat tyres. Yeah, there you go. The Lancia 1980 Silverstone. And next we have NSR showing off some Aston Martins. I do say on the channel a lot, I want to see more Aston Martins, and well, here we go. We got some more in Golf livery. This car really wears Golf nicely. I know we see Golf on nearly every car, but I've got a soft spot for Aston Martin. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you want it? Yeah, I know you want it. You want it. So there we go, something new from NSR. Next we have Fly Shot. Next up we have Fly Slot showing off some Porsches. I think they released the most Porsches out of all brands. I could be wrong, but every time I look at Fly Slot, there's a new Porsche, and it's really cool. I mean, I'm a Porsche fan. First up, the 91K, the 24-hour Daytona from 1970. Yummy. Yes, please. Then we've got a very special Porsche that it's not an Australian car, but it come here. It went from London to Sydney. It was called the London-Sydney Marathon, 1968. There's maps showing you how it got here. That would have been epic. Was it a 9-day trip on a boat? I probably should do a video about this behind the scenes. You know, what's the story behind the slot car? That's a long trip from London to Sydney and 9 days over the water. You've got two versions here. You've got the standard version, and you've also got a 200 unit exclusive. This is the race worn, so it's got some dirt on it and a beautiful presentation box. So there you go, some Porsches from Fly Slot. Oh yeah, and it was a 911, by the way. Did I say 911 during it? I don't think I did. It's a 911. Next we have Racetrack Scenics RTS on location at Sebring. You're going to see some new items here. If they haven't already released them or announced them, you're going to see some new items here. And something we say in Australia, a language warning here, they're not there for shits and giggles. So I'm guessing they're there to size up some of the buildings, the walkways. So very exciting. Can't wait to see what they pump out of this one. And there's already people in the comments recommending other stuff from Sebring. So yeah, watch this space. The RTS boys are on location. Next we have AFX, and I think I've decoded the next liveries? Well, I don't really know if I have. Or maybe I'm looking into it too much. Being an ex-copper, I like to read text, and sometimes I look too far into text, what they might be meaning. And it says here, the full range of the 2023 liveries from Alfa Romeo. Now, I'll put the text up so you can read it. I probably haven't said it properly. So it got me thinking, have they, are they, will they release the full range? Now, there's only 3 liveries that I can quickly pull up for you to show you that I believe are coming after reading that statement. The Monza 2023, yes please, stunning looking livery. It was one of the best liveries of 2023, and Alfa Romeo actually got rated for some of the best liveries for that year. They're known to do good liveries. Maybe not this year, but last year, definitely. We've also got the Las Vegas 2023, very basic, but it works. It looks cool. I can see the packaging, there'd be a roulette in the background. There's the car in black, which might have been the black silhouette on their Facebook page. A bit of a hint, I don't know. And then we've got the Belgian GP, the Neon, which is more pointing towards their newer stuff, which, you know, it's not Alfa Romeo anymore. So there you go. There's the 3 liveries that I think will be coming. I can't remember if there's any more. If there is, hit the comments. Am I reading into this too far? Have I gone full detective mode on something that I shouldn't have? But they can't just be doing one livery. Yeah, I think I'm right. Next we have SEX Scalatric. Now I did post this on the That Slot Car group, putting it out there saying I wish we had SEX available down under. We really don't. There's no one that stocks it. I don't believe there is anyone that brings it in. There's no distributor, because I like their stuff. They're not just Scalatric. I mean, it's their own brand. They're doing their own stuff. They're releasing some cars that no one else is releasing, and some of the add-ons that they do, I'm a big fan of. So if you're an Aussie and you want this down under, let me know. Do we think we should try and get this back down under? Will it sell? I mean, their digital, I think, has up to 9 cars. It'd be really cool to try that. 9 is a lot of things going around the track. Imagine if you're on your own, you got 9 ghost cars. So that's pretty cool. I think. I've never used the digital system for SEX. So I'll put it to you, channel. Would you like to see SEX available in Australia? And next up, I had an inbox from 201 Slot Cars pointing me at their Porsche items that are available. Big fan of Porsche, big fan of anyone getting involved in this. Jump over to the slot forums. The young fella, I'm not going to try and pronounce his name, very young fella, I believe he's under 20. I think I read he was 17, I could be wrong. Apologies if I got that wrong. But he has started printing his own cars. And of course, I'm a big fan of Porsche, of course. And the 99R3 kits are available. There's a website as well. I'll put the prices up there because it's all available for you to see. And they're also working on a Spitfire, and they do motorpods. So check them out. I'm a big fan of this. Anyone who's into slot cars and wants to make a brand, this is the way to do it. And a very young fella, and looks like a very smart young fella. So there you go, 201 Slot Cars, give them a shout. And for this week's track of the week goes to Dave Churches from Melbourne, Australia. Very big fan of Dave. We've been talking on and off for over a year, I believe now, on Instagram. He's been showing his progress shots. He's a local boy in Melbourne, about an hour and a bit from me. So we will see this track on the channel. It's beautiful. You've probably seen it on I put it on the channel a while ago, but he has now finished doing some routing. I believe it's still Scalatric / wood routed track. Let me know, Dave, if I'm wrong. Looks incredible. The boys host a Bathurst race, so I will try and make it around there. And well, I'll definitely make it around there to do some filming because it's a beautiful looking track. So there you go. Local boy, Melbourne, Dave Churches, an hour drive away. Expect a video very soon. I can't wait to put some laps down on his track. So that's a wrap on today's edition of That Slot Car Bulletin for a Friday. As always, I want to thank all your legends for tuning in. Without your support, I would not be doing it. We do have a website that does directly help the channel. I'm open for ideas, what you want to see in there, t-shirt wise, apparel. I'm even thinking about getting some gibbets done. If you don't know, I wear Crocs. Please don't hate me for it. But I wouldn't mind making some gibbets. I think the gibbets are pretty cool. And if you think of what the hell is a gibbet, well, it's what you plug in the hole to make your Crocs look sexy. So maybe I'll try and get some gibbets on the page as well, maybe my logo and a couple other cool things. But yeah, it's on there. If you want to support the channel, that's another way to do it. I'm open to ideas. And don't forget, we've got some big racing in Australia. We've got the Revo slot at Shoalshire Slots in July. We've got the NSR race at Mr. Slot Car here in Melbourne. We've got Outlaw Slots who have the drag racing. Plus, I think on Sundays they're doing Carrera Fun Days regularly. I'll touch base with them. I will be going there very soon. I've got a heap of cars coming. Of course, I don't have a very big track set up yet, so I will be going there to use their track, filming, and of course having some fun down at Outlaw Slots, because I really should make some more trips down there. It's a really cool centre. And watch this space. And they do drag racing too. They live stream their drag racing. So I asked them to try and get a mic so we can start getting some commentating going. So might try and pop down as much as I can, but you'll see me down there again. And I believe, if I got it right or wrong, there is a race this weekend in Shepparton, another NSR race. Could be getting that wrong. I think it was this weekend, this Saturday. I think it's called Hobby King. I don't keep up to date with all the shops and stores. I try to do that. If I got it wrong, I'll put it down here in text. But yeah, lots of racing going on in Melbourne and Australia. But as always, at That Slot Car Guy on Instagram, YouTube, and all those great places. If this is the kind of content you like, please consider subscribing. I have got some new stuff for the second channel, some RC stuff. So if you do like that, pop over there. It's That Hobby Guy. I almost forgot my own channel name. But thank you for joining me on this channel. But be safe, take care, support your local. Bye.